ahead, Mike. Mike, I know not the result you guys wanted tonight, but for you, what was it like just to be back out there and playing again?
It was great. I wish we would have came out with a dub, but for me, just coming where I came from, getting over my injury, and then finally be out there on the court, it felt good.
You guys started out strong. I think you scored on your first 3 possessions, up 13-4, and then you subbed, and you guys kind of lost the momentum. What was your take on what changed and how the game kind of got away from you?
I felt like our second group had kind of like a little lapse, a low energy. Could have brought more energy to the game. Going forward, that's what we're going to need. When our second group comes in, we're going to have to bring more energy, more pop to the game.
Pretty much what he said. I think that we've seen a couple baskets go in for him in the league. The lead shortened, and I felt like we hit adversity, and we needed to keep the energy up, and I guess we failed to do that today. So I mean, it's a learning lesson for sure. But I think that coming into practice Tuesday should be a lot better, a lot more energy, and a lot more pickup.
Jalen, going off what Brett asked Mike about Mike coming back, just what does Mike bring to this team when he's on the court?
I think that Mike brings not only intensity and energy, but as you guys seen it, the capability to knock down the 3-ball and attack people off the dribble. I mean, I think that Mike contributes in all aspects of the game, offensively and defensively.
Jalen King told us that, you know, they did some things that he wants you guys to do. Did you see things in the way they moved the ball, in the way they executed that are kind of the things Kenny's trying to teach?
Yeah, I will say so. I mean, they were a really well coached team. I mean, as you can see, or as I guess it said on paper, they have a lot of returners, so I'm pretty sure they have a lot of chemistry with one another. So I think that their ball movement and, you know, them playing off of one another was a lot more fluid compared to ours.
This one's for both of you guys. Kenny talked a lot about trying to put this in perspective and that you guys maybe needed a result like this. What was his message like to you after the game? And do you think that you really needed a result like this to drive that message home?
I mean, I wouldn't say that this is the end result that we wanted, but I do think that it's an eye-opener, and we can build off of it.
It kind of shows us where we need to improve. Just bringing more attention to detail, more intensity to practice, leading up into the games. I feel like this kind of opened our eyes to what we need to really like hammer down on in practice, and I feel like when we come back to practice on Tuesday, we'll show a way better intensity and focus.
Yeah. In the second half, you guys only had like 19 points. Only had 2 baskets, I think it was, until the final 4 minutes. What did you feel like? What contributed to the struggle on offense not to be able to score more?
I would say we got away from what was working for us in the first half. In the first half, we got multiple lane touches, and you know, we were getting more assists, you know, playing off of one another. I think in the second half, it was a little less of that, or a lot less in my opinion.
One-on-one play?
I wouldn't say one-on-one play, but it wasn't as many lane touches. We didn't really make the defense collapse like we needed them to.
Guys, obviously you don't want to lose and nothing like that, but what were some of the positives that you think you'll be able to take away from this game?
I think in a game like this, you gotta look at what you can get better at. I think some of the positives was how we started out the game. I think if we can keep that up the rest of the game and not like have a fall off like we did, I think we'll be fine. But obviously in a game like this, like you try to look at the stuff that you can correct and not what you really did good.
I agree with what he said. I think that we can definitely build off of the good things that we have. We've seen how well we can play with playing off of one another and with everybody engaged and I guess a lot of energy out there. So I mean, like you said, we can look at the bad and see what we can correct, and I guess take the good as well.
Any other questions for these two? All right, thank you guys.
Appreciate it, bro.